So, as many of you may know, I've been stationed here in Japan for about the past 3.5 years. I've really enjoyed exploring all the different cultures, foods, and sights that Japan has to offer. Obviously, the best way to see all of this is by traveling. Driving is an option, but public transportation definitely is the preferred way to go. Big reason for this is that tolls and parking can get expensive. In an article by Lee MT, it's about 25 yen or 21 cents per kilometer, along with 150 yen or about a $1.28 in fees and a 10% consumption tax, and that's if you're taking the expressway driving. Now, in trains, there's a tool by Viral that I found where you can type in your location you are and your destination you want to go to. And I typed in Yokota, the base here, to Shinjuku down in Tokyo, and by train it was about 659 yen or about $4.64. But that same trip by car would have been about 1,500 yen or $10.55, plus all of the tolls for driving in Tokyo, which add up really fast. So, quick little story that I have about getting lost on a train in Tokyo. My friend and I were heading down to Shibuya in Tokyo. Decided to jump on a train from here, rode down to Shinjuku, got to Shinjuku, got on our last train towards Shibuya, or at least we thought we were going towards Shibuya. Turns out we were going the complete opposite direction. Once we figured this out, we stopped at the next station we were going to, went across the platform, got in the correct direction, going the opposite direction towards Shibuya where we wanted to go. So this story it's a very rare occurrence. It doesn't happen very often. It's the only occurrence I can remember of getting lost. So that's goes into the ease of use is one of the big things that advantage of public transportation. So Japan National Tourism Organization has a really good breakdown of how to use public transportation here in Japan. I'll just give you guys a quick tidbit from my experience. You can either buy tickets online or you can buy them at the station on the kiosk that they have at the station. You just type in the destination you want to go to, pay for your ticket, put your ticket in the machine where you are, ride to your destination, put the ticket in the machine at the destination you're going to, and then you're good to go. Or you can buy one of these IC cards they have here. You can buy them it's like 2,000 yen at the station, and 1,500 yen is loaded onto this card. 500 yen for the card itself. You just scan this on the machine at wherever you are, and then you scan it on the machine at the destination you're going to. So it's very useful, especially in big cities, because as you guys know, big cities, the traffic can get really heavy, really congested. So if you're on a train, obviously you're not driving, someone else is driving, you have a lot of people with you. So it cuts down on the amount of traffic that there is. And they also, in Japan, they implement things like the Shinkansen, aka the bullet train, across rural areas. Quick little thing on this. Back a couple weeks ago, I took a trip up to northern Japan. The trip would have taken me about 9 hours to drive, but it only took me about 3.5 hours since I took the Shinkansen. So definitely a big difference there. So some benefits. Environmental is definitely a big benefit. There was a case study that was done on a bus system that was implemented in a city in Indonesia. This article was by Dira Ghani. I hope I'm saying that name right. Basically, they found out they put in a bus system in the city, found that the vehicle emission rate went way down because obviously people weren't driving, people were taking the bus. So that's definitely a big environmental plus, and it can be implemented. And it's here in Japan and be implemented in other places in the world as well. Punctuality is a big thing for benefits of public transportation. A quick story about here in Japan, there was this train that left 20 seconds early. So it was supposed to leave at 9:44 and 40 seconds, but it left at 9:44 and 20 seconds. The funny thing is, the train company had to apologize to passengers because they weren't punctual, they weren't right on time. This article was by Base Seal. So that's kind of funny and shows how punctual the transportation is. And then obviously we've already talked about affordability, and that's a big thing, big benefit of public transportation. So implementing ideas, I think we can implement some ideas in the United States, such as say the Shinkansen or the bullet train. We can maybe implement that in the rural areas. The bullet train goes about 200 kilometers per hour, so you can get from point A to point B really quickly, like they do here. Implement some ideas in the big cities like from here, like Tokyo or Osaka, and the cities like say like New York or Chicago, where train stations are literally only about a 10-minute walk from anywhere in the city. So very easy to get to. And then as I found in an article by the Federal Transit Administration back in 2021, there are about $91 billion that's being put towards public transportation in the United States. So they're getting there. We're starting to finally invest in our public transportation. So to conclude, public transportation has many benefits as we've discussed: ease of use, affordability, punctuality, environmental, all main benefits that are here in Japan and can be implemented in the rest of the world. And I think the rest of the world can draw inspiration from Japan as well. So I thank you guys for your time, and I'll see y'all later.